let me sit down. Here. Then. Okay, so this is a podcast. Welcome to the podcast. Today, I came up with a really fun episode that I'm so excited. We're going to start with something that was kind of disappointing. Today, I waited so long to film. Because I was hoping that the aerialist hammock would be here today, and it's not. And so I'm a little upset by that, because we ordered it off of Amazon, and usually Amazon's really trustworthy. We never really had anything that we ordered that took more than a week at most. And it's been almost a week, and this is the longest it's ever taken for us to get a package from Amazon, or one of the longest. So that's, so annoying because I feel like I should have filmed earlier so I could get this video up for you guys. And now it's oh wait. And it didn't come. So yeah, that's kind of interesting. Another big thing is that I'm organizing my room once it gets here, because basically I have a giant white cabinet thing that's my dresser, and basically at this point all of my clothes get shoved, I literally just keep everything in one drawer, and then the cabinets are just filled with junk, literally just junk at this point. So when it gets here, I'm organizing it, and also I'm moving the toy box. Everything in it is, I'm going to go through the toy box and make piles. So because I don't play with, here's the thing, I have a lot of toys, because whenever kids come over, because we have a lot of kids in our family, only Skylar and Bella, and Skylar had 3 brothers. Yeah, 3 brothers and stuff. There's a lot of stuff, a lot of we have a lot of kids, and so I'll keep toys and stuff, because when the kids come, they have something to do, because my room's the hangout room for the kids. And, well, I'm going through and getting rid of so much stuff. So I'm making piles, so all of which some of it's gonna be kind of sad to watch it go. But by that I mean my Shopkins collection. I'm probably gonna keep that. That's one thing that I'm gonna keep probably. When I was younger, literally right around the time that season 2 of Shopkins came out, I was so obsessed with Shopkins. I watched so many videos with them, to the point where I actually brought in, so one of our neighbors that we were really great friends with, and she would often go travel and stuff. She would go on little trips to see her family and stuff, and I would basically bring her mail, and I would go get her mail and bring it inside our house, and when she got back, she would come over, pick it up, and then I would be paid for it. And one time she gave me $10, and that was the most exciting thing ever, because I was saving up for a Shopkins 12-pack that was $10, and at the time, like at that age, $10 for me was like a miracle. Like I was so excited. And then at that point we went. Unfortunately, the 12-pack was sold out, but we got a bunch of Shopkins and stuff, and it was fun. And after that, like my parents were always getting them for me. Like I got so sick, and at one point, which was really disappointing, because our art class was doing this art showcase, and I had to miss it because like I literally had diarrhea. Like I was so sick, and so I had to miss the showcase. And so the sad part, most of the stuff there was mine, and like I completely had to miss it because it was like an hour away. Then we would probably want to stay about an hour, and then an hour back. Like it was just too much, and my parents felt bad, so they went out and got me 2 Shopkins like season 2 baskets, so I could. And like that way I wouldn't feel as bad. I got some more Shopkins. But yeah, I collected them so much, and at one point, this Skylar will tell you, she remembers. I had like a closet full of Shopkins at one point, like Shopkin play sets and stuff. Then we moved in with my sister, and my mom made me get rid of a lot of them and stuff, so that was sad. But I never played with Shopkins. I always like collected them and stuff. And even now, I love to collect them. Like, if you get them for me, I'm so excited. Like, because they're fun to collect, but I don't, like, play with them. But I'm going through and getting rid of a bunch of stuff. And it's going to go to, like, Skylar and her brothers. And then, like, some of it's going to go to, like, Bella and stuff. And then, at that point, I'm going to clean out my desk here. And I'm going to clean out my desk here. And have my dad make it into, like, shelves almost. Like, I'm in the area that my toy box is in. We're going to make that into, like, a bunch of shelves, and it's going to be so cool. So, yeah, I'm going to have him turn my desk into a bunch of shelves, because I have so many shelves. But I don't get to use my shelves, because my mom... Sorry you can't see me. Okay, maybe I should scoot you closer. You see, that's like 2. No, that's perfect, actually. I have so many shelves in here. Like, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 shelves that I don't get to use. Because, okay, one of them I actually like. Because one of them, that one that you can see up there, is my Disney shelf. Because in 2014, I'm pretty sure, we went to Disney World. Yeah, it was me, my sister, Bella's sister, my niece, her husband, one of my sister's sons, and my sister's husband all went to, like, Disney World. And it was a lot of fun. It was a fun trip and stuff. We got our makeover, me and Bella's sister did. And she was Anna, I was Elsa. And then that became drama later on, because it became drama, and I don't even understand why over the most pointless thing. But I'm gonna explain the story. Basically, she came, my mom asked what, princesses we wanted to be, and I chose Elsa, because at the time Elsa was, one of my favorites. My favorite is Elena of Avalor. I love Elena of Avalor. I still like Elsa a lot. And basically then, and she was like, oh, I'll go as Anna then. And literally we got, the whole, dress, we got the dresses, which weren't from Disney World. They were from some website online. And then everything got here, we packed it all up. And, like, we literally not until after we got back. Like, a few days, like a month after we got back, she came up and told me I never wanted to go at Anna. It was the fact that you were so excited about us being sisters for a day. And I'm like, I was never, okay, I wasn't upset. Okay. I wasn't upset at all about us, like, being sisters. But I never, like, it was her choice. She wanted that. So, yeah, that caused drama that we moved past. So I'm gonna explain. But, yeah. Sorry, you guys can't really see me that well, and I'm sorry. I tried fixing it. I don't know how to fix it. So we're going with, but yeah. So that's my Disney shelf. But then there's a lot of shelves that is filled with things that I don't care about. Like, literally, I don't care about it one bit. Like, literally, I have an entire shelf of, like, these little, like, angels and things, and I'm like, I don't care about it one bit. It's stuff that my mom put in my room as decoration when I was little, and is now just forcing me to keep in my room. So, yeah. So, at this point, I'm gonna ask one day if that stuff can just be put away. Like to keep as memory, because I haven't really asked her in a while. Like, in a couple of years, like, I think I was maybe 10 the last time I asked her, which was like 5 years ago, so maybe. And then I'm gonna make, like, that area have a bunch of shelves, and then I'm gonna clean out my white thing so I can use that for storage and stuff. So then I also clean out my cubby shelves. And I'm gonna clean everything out, and I don't use this desk is one thing. And yeah, like, it literally collects junk. So I'm gonna have my dad transform that into a bunch of shelves that will fit in that area, and then that way it's better for, like, dance and stuff. Like, it's generally better for dance because I'm gonna be more organized, and also the bright side, I'm like, a bunch of people are getting a bunch of toys. Like, now usually when I don't play with toys anymore, or like we get rid of, like, toys, usually we donate it, but at this point now, like, donating it to not, like, at this point now it's much better just going to, like, family members that we have, because they will enjoy it also. Like, because one little girl is going to be living down here really soon. Like, one little girl. I'm not talking about the story or anything. Things happen. But she's going to be living down here really soon. So that's good. And stuff. And she can get a bunch. But yeah. And then I'm going to make this a lot nicer. Like, more dance better. Like, more social media life better. And then, yeah, I'm excited. And another thing that I wanted to talk about is, someone, and the person has since then been blocked. But, like, about a week ago, someone commented on my Instagram, and because I posted a photo, with the caption, like, flexibility improving or something. And here's why this person got blocked was because, first up, they very nicely asked if I would follow them. So I went, like, no big deal. I follow my fans back, like, because I'm personally doing that no harm. I, like, check the page first, and if it's not, like, inappropriate or anything, I'll follow them back. but like I may not always look at their stuff, but I'll follow me back, like, really nice. And so I did, like, everything was good. And then they DM me, like, can you please reply, like, it would mean a lot. And I'm like, sure, like, I'll reply, they're really nice fan, like, everything. And then they got on that same thing that everyone does, and it's so annoying, which is, they went, you're pretty, and I'm like, thank you, but I have a crush. And they won't stop. Like, it's that thing where so many people have DM me, like, acting really nice, and when you ask them, like, if you DM them back and say, hey, do you have a crush on me? They're like, yeah. And I'm like, sorry, but we can't be a thing. Like, I put so nicely. And then they're like, come on. Maybe you're not meant to be with your crush. And I'm like, okay. I'm gonna give you a warning. And I'm gonna be nice. Like, and I'm like, sorry, but this is how it has to be. And then they won't stop, so finally I'm like, at this point, just block them. And I always, like, give them that second chance, like, I don't block them the first thing, because there are people out there who are just trying to fit in, and, like, not everyone's gonna like me is the thing. Not everyone is gonna like me, and I get that, I understand that, and I know that, like, hate doesn't bother me. Luckily, I haven't been hated on social media, which is really good. But there comes a point when it's like, I'm maybe in people around them are telling them to do this stuff and they're just trying to fit in. But after the second warning is, you get blocked. And that's honestly true. Usually it doesn't take them very long to get blocked. Well, basically, they commented and then on the post saying, and you look really flexible, it must come easy to you. And I'm like, thank you, like, a nice compliment, but it doesn't come easy to me. Flexibility has never been my thing. And literally, here's the thing about me, and I'm not trying to brag, is that I have almost every element that a dancer needs but the flexibility. And it's not me trying to brag, it's that, like, the technique, I naturally have technique. That's something that comes natural to me. And I naturally have a face, and I'm pretty good at the performance element that needed a little bit of work. But after I worked on it a little bit, and now I can perform really well. Like, I have every element. And except for flexibility, and that's the one that, like, me and Bella made a video on our channel, but I'm not plugging it since we're not posting on it right now currently, and we were asked, like, we answered a bunch of fan questions, and one was, if you could switch, if there was one thing about the other person that you wanted, that they had, that they naturally have, what would that one thing be? And Bella's answer was, I don't really know. And I'm like, I have an answer for this one. And she's like, what is it? And I'm like, flexibility. Bella is so flexible that it's scary sometimes. Like, no, she can literally, like, I have seen her climb walls. Like, I'm not joking. She literally, and you give her a doorway, she can climb to the top and make it back down, no problem, so fast. And it scares me sometimes. I want to make that area where my toy box into like shelves, so then I can store things there and then and like different things to make it better, like storage and the thing that I like that I was debating or not if I should get rid of the TV because I have a TV and I feel like it never gets used and stuff. But then I realized that I actually kind of want to keep it for one reason. It never gets used, okay? That's honestly true. Because I'm not a TV person. I don't watch TV like if I'm watching TV, I'm watching, and if I'm watching TV, I'm watching Liv and Maddie in Girl Meets World. I can't watch that show. And I'll explain in a minute why. Alexa and Katie can't watch that one. I'll tell why.
This might answer your question.
Alexa, stop. I didn't think about that word would set off my echo. And then there's Dance Moms. I can watch that. The Goldbergs, American Housewives, Superstore. Trying to think here. Reba. Let me think. There's a few more. Abby's Ultimate Dance Competition. But the reason I can't watch the two that I said, I'm not saying the one, but like, I Girl Meets World, is because that's on Netflix. We don't have Netflix. Yeah, we have Hulu. We have YouTube. We have Disney Plus. And we also do have Amazon Prime, but I can't really watch that because unless I can find something on there that's free that I can watch. But yeah, that's what we're limited to watching TV with. But at first at least now I realize, well, it's great having YouTube because now, because sometimes there's stuff that is like a YouTube tutorial or something that I wanna watch or follow along with, and I can now watch it on my TV, which is great. If I can find it on like the iPad or the tablet first, so I know like what I'm watching, then I can search it on YouTube and it's great. So yeah, that's this. Yeah, I'm excited. It's because I wouldn't say excited, but like I'm like kind of patiently waiting for the dance vlogs to get here. Sorry, I'm checking something really quick. Here, really quick. But okay. But yeah, I'm excited because, well, kind of excited because my room's gonna be a lot better. Also, I like to have a lot of shelf space because when I joined a competition team, basically at this point, the thing that I feel like people keep forgetting is I could try out for one day. Like, it's not like my parents control me forever. Like, there's one day where I can try for one, but luckily, my flexibility has made such an improvement that it's really holding up on mine and Dad's deal. So I'm excited because we're removing the black chair. We have the black chair, but we're removing because it takes up so much space. And if you're wondering what we're doing with these poles, don't worry, I have an idea for that. But like, I want to have shelf paper when I win competitions and stuff, and like on top of that, like it's just great storage. But the poles, yeah, they're gonna be also. I'm having my parents move this one picture out of this room because it's this one picture because it basically is a picture of the day that I was adopted and it was like official, but that seems like something that's more for their room since I have no memory of this day barely, and I can remember or like a little bit if I look at the picture, but I don't really remember it since I was like just barely 2 years old. So like yeah. But this is gonna be like a fabulous thing. Tomorrow I'm gonna start moving stuff from the toy box and making piles. I'm gonna make piles, like pull it out and make piles. So like one pile for Bella, one for each of Skylar's brother, one for Skylar. Like a bunch of different piles and stuff. Also, each kid in our family, pretty much, that I like ever see or something, is gonna get their own pile of just stuff. Like a bunch of toys and stuff. And then the poles, I am thinking I have an idea for which is to put them like underneath, like we have two poles basically. If you're wondering what poles, like I mean we have a shorter one and a longer one. And we might I'm gonna let him sleep. Cause then I can put them like underneath and like hang things on them. And like it's gonna be great because I can't wait to like just get this room done. And here's the thing, I was debating about the hard floor because it's gonna take me so long to save up for. Like basically it's gonna take me a year without spending money, which is a long time. Because I don't make a lot. Like it's gonna be a lot faster. I feel like once merch comes out, cause then if you guys like actually buy it, that is. If you don't, it's totally fine. Like I'm not saying you have to, but yeah, like so much stuff. But I was definitely debating, and because. So yeah. But it's gonna definitely be like a long time. But the reasoning that literally the only like reasoning that I really like want the hard floor is for tap. So I can literally make it will be good for tap but also leaps and turns because I struggle with turning on carpet. Like I can kind of do it, but then it causes like friction and stuff, and it's not very fun. But yeah. like even now, like there's this one photo over there that in a minute I'll show you. But like that photo just means so much to me in a way because basically it means a lot to me because I made it like first up it's one of the best artworks I ever done, I feel like. Like second up second up if I'm and it's like and when I made it like right after we first moved in with my sister, and like it's a photo of like me and my crush like on the beach, and I'm gonna look for the image and show you it. There you go. You see it, and it just has a lot of meaning. And also, funny thing, right after we first moved in with my sister, or we went to this one event, and that's like fall theme, and we basically painted rock. There was like a painting rock booth. Like literally a painting rock. And let me check over here. I know where it is, okay? I know where it is. That I put them in this one purse, and that purse is in a harder, it's buried under a bunch. But yeah, and I still have those rocks. So I made them both hearts. And on the back it said, "This is our name combined." And that was going to my crush when I find him. The other just has our name combined. And it's like special heart rocks